how do you stand out? Show up.
Yeah.
Because it feels like everybody's doing video. It feels like there's so many people, but that's not actually the truth. And in fact, there's a great statistic that 10% of businesses are using video effectively. 10% of online businesses. So if you think about that, there's a lot of room for growth with video. So although it feels like there's so much competition, I don't really like to think about things as competition. There's enough room for everybody on the interwebs. So much room.
Yeah.
There's so much room for all of us.
Another common question I'm sure you get is, there are so many people doing a live video or like pre-recorded video on their different social media profiles or YouTube channels, etc.
Yeah.
How can we make our video stand out from the crowd?
So that's such a great question. Simply by going live, you're going to stand out from the crowd, because not everybody's making like great videos. They're just making what I call video vomit, which is they haven't thought through. So the first thing is to have a goal. Like, why are you going live, or why are you uploading? And I'm just going to dip in really quickly before I finish the rest of this. Is live video, your audience prefers live video to pre-recorded video. So even on a replay. So I want everybody to think about that for a second. Your audience knows when you've been live. It has a different energy to it. And so again, it's just another plug for live video. But so the first part is having a goal, right? So if you are simply going live to go live and you don't know where you're driving people to, they don't know, right? Like, they don't know what you're doing either. And so the way to stand out is to say, I'm here today to do this, then teach it, then send them somewhere. So it's really that call to action is so important. And a call to action can be asking for a comment. Listen, engagement is your best friend. And I don't mean likes, shares are great, but you want to encourage people to specifically answer something in your video. And so I will ask questions. So when you talk about how do you stand out, there's a couple things. At the beginning of my video, I never say, hey, this is Tracy. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. They want to know what I'm going to teach. I'll say like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're here because I had this aha moment. And notice if you're listening to this, I'm being very, very effusive with my gestures. Gesture at the beginning of your live or at the beginning of any of your videos, because you're trying to stop people's scroll. I call it a scroll stopper. So you're literally just using, and you don't have to be crazy animated bunny rabbit like I am. That's what my husband calls me. He's like, you are one animated bunny rabbit, right? You don't have to do that, but you can just be like, hey, stop, or something that's going to stop the scroll. The other is to have a compelling description. I cannot tell you how many times I'm scrolling and the video kind of looks interesting. The person maybe looks interesting, but there's absolutely no information about the video whatsoever. I'm not going to stop. So that's how you stand out and I like to use emojis. And again, it's not childish, a stop sign with, you don't want to miss this. I just posted a video that says, results that'll have you saying, I want what she's having, which is a line from a movie, or I'll have what she's having, which is a line from a movie with Meg Ryan. And it's very well known, but the idea is you're going to want the same results. So that's a video I would stop and watch. It didn't take me more than 5 seconds to think of that. They call it the hook. They call it whatever it is. Just think about stopping somebody's scroll. And the other is, again, we're going to talk about like, how do you stand out? Show up.
Yeah.
Because it feels like everybody's doing video. It feels like there's so many people, but that's not actually the truth. And in fact, there's a great statistic that 10% of businesses are using video effectively. 10% of online businesses. So if you think about that, there's a lot of room for growth with video. So although it feels like there's so much competition, I don't really like to think about things as competition. There's enough room for everybody on the interwebs. So much room.
Yeah.
There's so much room for all of us. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a business for everyone. Absolutely.
Everyone.
And another, sorry, go ahead.
No, one more point I want to make is people buy human to human. They're not buying your course. They're not buying your widget. They're not buying your classes or your membership. They're buying you. And so video is that wonderful way. So somebody else could be teaching video strategy, but people will be attracted to me in the way that I talk to them. There's plenty of room for that other person. And so that's a really important point, is that if people are buying human to human, you need to show up on video to say like, hey, here I am, I'm your new human, right? And it doesn't have to be
Yes.
perfect. Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. Is how you resonate, like how your personality resonates with that, like that potential
Correct.
buyer's personality. Even
Yeah,
though like you can have five people offering exactly the same service, not
exactly.
everybody is gonna resonate with each, like all of the five
No.
people.